Hey, what's happening? Paul Farmer here. I'm back. I don't know if you were with me earlier, but I was having some issues with the sound. So I believe I got it resolved. I hope so. Anyway, I hope you had a great weekend. I spent the weekend mostly watching the college football championships, and they were really good. Um, the four teams selected for the playoff. I mean, quite a bit of controversy. I don't know if you're a football fan, but if you are a college football fan, what do you think? Did the right teams get in there? Thought it was pretty harsh. Georgia goes, I don't know how many games they won in a row, and they lose one by 3 points and they're out. Ohio State's out. Florida State didn't lose a single game and they're out. So yeah, it's pretty harsh. But I think next year, what is it going to be, like 12 teams, something like that? Just finished my workout. Got my green drink here, and might be wondering why I got Metallica on the screen, because I like to listen to Metallica while I work out. What about you? What type of music do you like to listen to when you're working out? It depends on the workout. If it's more intense, I like Metallica, obviously. Um, but on YouTube, it's pretty cool. They got full concerts of Metallica. I believe they've been doing my Metallica for like 42 years now. They've been together, playing, rocking out. Um, no, I still can't get enough of it. So I love listening to them, especially their old stuff while I work out. I don't know if you can see in the background, but I got my boxing workout, my punching bag in the background. Did my boxing workout this morning, so I'm good to go. Let me get this off the screen, and let's get to it. So what I want to go over today is over the weekend on Saturday, Home Business Academy does a live overview where they share with new members and previous members, that kind of thing. They do a full overview of what Home Business Academy is. So what I want to do is I want to share. Let me just see here. Let me go to this page. So here's a page they set up for us to share the whole overview with our audience, with our prospects or whoever we want to share it with. And I thought it would be cool just to share a little part of it. But this is a page that was created for us. It's already done. I didn't create this page, but it's already done, ready to share. Makes it easy to share it. But what I want to share today was what one of the founders, Mike Hobbs, you can see him right here in the video, what he had to say about why Home Business Academy started, how, when, all that fun stuff, the origin story, so to speak. And I think it's good to hear it from the founder himself, one of the founders. The other founder is Paul Hutchings. Really great guys, really all about community and service, servant leadership, principle center leadership. I mean, they do everything by the book. They do everything to help you and me become free financially and also improve in life. That's what it's all about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a part of the video where he talks about why Home Business Academy started, how it all came to be. Fingers crossed that the sound is going to work this time. And here we go.
Very first thing I want to cover, just right in the very beginning, is why we even started the Home Business Academy. So if you're here for the first time, maybe you've been here a while, maybe you don't know why we started the company. In fact, when I met Paul back in 2000, I believe it was 11. Yeah, it was 2012. I met him in 2011. I met him in person in 2012 when we went on a cruise, and we were sitting in a hot tub having fun together. Him and his wife and me and my wife, they're over there talking. We were over here talking on one side of the hot tub. And there was just a whole bunch of things that Paul and I went through since then. He was a top earner in that company, and I was striving to also be a top earner in that company. We went on to being leadership council members in another company, millions of dollars in commissions commutatively between us, multiple millions of dollars in commissions. And we noticed a pattern. And I don't know if anyone else has noticed this pattern. Let me know in the comments if you've noticed this pattern. We would build up, and who's seen other leaders do this as well. It's not just me and Paul, but we would build up an income and then they would preach, hey, make residual income, make residual income, make residual income, make passive income, do this, do that, do this, work from home, do the work once and retire, right? We've all heard this message over and over and over. But how many times have you seen a leader or yourself join a company and then they change something or go out of business and it affected your income in a negative way, or it went away completely? Let me know in the chat. Type a 7 or something in the chat if you've ever joined a company that is no longer here. I'm actually curious to know how many people that's happened to. And, okay, we got Jim, Wanda, Tina, Ashley, James, Warner, Chase, Joe, Artie. Okay. So this happens a lot. And even if you're a guest here, have you seen that happen in the industry? There's Bryce, Arnita. Okay. Have you joined a company that's no longer here? Well, where's the message of residual income then? Did you know it doesn't matter how good a company is or how much they pay? If they're not here in 3 years, your residual income is gone. Think about that. So you could do all this work, and this is the things that would happen to us. In fact, I don't remember who's winning on the on the number of companies joined contest between me and Paul, but I think you're at 14 or something, and I'm around 20ish, right, of companies that I've joined in the past that have either changed their comp plan, no longer in existence, done something unethical. And I'll just share one example. I was in a company that is actually the one that Paul was in, and he became the number one income earner in that company. I had actually built up a pretty good residual. I remember Paul breaking down the numbers. He's like, all you need to do is get this many people, help them get this many people, help them get this many people, and then you're going to hit this profit sharing pool, and you're going to make like $100 per person in your downline on a $60 product. It didn't make any sense. Okay. It didn't make any sense because of the profit sharing, though. It was crazy. It was like you're making $100 for a low amount of people, right? So $100 per person on a $60 product because you hit this rank, right? So I went all out and I finally got into this profit sharing pool, and I was like, yes, I made it to this profit sharing pool. My income should be around $3,000-$4,000 a month, right? That's where it should be. And then all of a sudden, the company owner just decide, like, we had this big momentum. I just hit these profit sharing pools. Like, I kid you not, it was like the month that I hit these profit sharing pools. Finally got this rank, and then all of a sudden they're like, hey, we're going to launch a new product. But instead of adding it to the current company that we have, we're going to add it in a brand new company. Okay. So we're going to start what we call a sister company. And we're going to do a product that's completely different. So it's going to revolutionize the world. And we're like, well, what's this product? And it was a fuel additive. Okay. And I don't know like too much about fuel additives. I'm sure maybe it works, maybe they don't. I don't know. If they do work, that's great. But that wasn't the point. The fuel additive with a health and wellness business. Like, we were in a health and wellness business, and then they launch a fuel additive, and then they start a sister company. Now, let me just share, does that sound just logically like a good idea? Like, think about that. Does that sound like a good idea to do? To launch a whole new company and then tell everyone that they're going to be building two separate companies, two separate comp plans, two separate everything, and then you're going to build residual income. Okay. And so we rolled with it because that's what our company did. And we rolled with it. And sure enough, guess what? Company no longer exists. So think about all this hard work, all this time, all this energy put into building a business, hitting these ranks so that I can have a good income, doing all this work for profit share. When the profits are zero, you share zero. Okay. So think about that. It doesn't matter how good the comp plan is. If the company doesn't make any money and the company is no longer in existence, you make nothing. Nothing. And so we noticed this trend. These companies doing this stuff. This happened to me multiple times. Literally, I could sit on this webinar. If I told you every single story that has happened to me from a company, it would take the entire 2 hours or 1 to 2 hours, however long I want to talk about all that. It might even just, I don't even think I could cover it all in a meeting. And that's why I usually only share one story on these new members, but the point I want to make is if the company doesn't exist, you don't make residual income, period. It doesn't matter if you bring in 1,000 people. It doesn't matter if you're making $10,000 a month right now with that company. If it's not here in a year, you're making zero in a year. And I really wanted to point that out because one of our core founding values when we started the Home Business Academy was to be here long term. Okay. In that Freedom Crusaders manifesto that we played in the very beginning, we have this line that says the long cut is the shortcut. And I want to just ask this: how do you judge if a company is going to be around long term? What would you guys say? Like how would you judge the future? Because you can't predict the future. Honestly, you just can't do it. So how do we pick a company, or maybe on the right track? If how do you judge a company if they're going to be around long term? Just think about it for a second, and I'll let you guys answer that as well. So it says, Jim says the past is a good idea. There you go. That's the first place that I would go is, have they been around long term already? Like, so I want to ask you this. Paul and I, we co-founded the company in 2016. Have we been around long term? So far, 7 years. I think Paul said 6, but we're actually at 7. We're at 7 years. So HBA has been around for 7 years. Most businesses go out of business the first 5 years. So we're past that mark. So that's clue number 1. We're going to be around long term. Clue number 2 is we've actually been doing a morning mastermind daily. And I started dialing in on it in 2011. Paul was doing it 2 years prior to that, I believe. So that mastermind alone has already been around 14 years. 14 years. We have content. If you look online, you'll find content from Paul and I from 2008, maybe even sooner. I don't know. So the bottom line is we've already proven we can do this long term. I've seen people who are better presenters, better recruiters, better speakers, better at everything than me are now working at UPS. They're not here anymore. I literally, like my very first sponsor in home business, she worked at UPS. She was literally the best presentation person I've ever seen in my life. She handled objections like a pro. She was the most personal. She can recruit like crazy. She can recruit people from Walmart, like just walking around the store in Walmart. She could recruit people from Walmart. She had great communication skills. She was the best recruiter I've ever seen in my life. She works at UPS right now. Nothing wrong with UPS, but I'm just saying she quit. She quit. She was way better than me. We're still here. So the best way to judge if a company is going to be around long term is to look at the past. Are they quitters? Have they quit other things? Have I quit other things? Yes, I have quit other companies. But have I quit on HBA? Have I quit on this company? No. Have I quit on our community? No. We wanted to be the change. We quit on all that other crap out there because there is crap out there. Is there good things out there? Yes, there are good companies. There are good comp plans. But we just saw this over and over and over where we would join one thing. It was here today, gone tomorrow. And I'll just ask this last question on this topic. In the last year, have you seen a company come and go that you didn't join? Like, think about that. Like, how many companies do you see come and go? I've seen at least a dozen in the last year, completely within 1 year. Here, hypey, amazing, everyone joined it, and then it fizzled away. Isn't that crazy to see? We don't want to do that. Inside of our company, we want to be here long term. So I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but I just wanted to let you know that one of our core founding principles is being here long term. The long cut is the shortcut. We value quality products, which I will cover next. Quality, simplicity, and putting people first. Quality, simplicity, and putting people first. Those are our core founding values. So with that, who is interested in learning a little bit more about our products, our comp plan?
All right. So that was Mike Hobbs sharing why Home Business Academy came to be. And, it's a big reason why I'm here myself and why I got started with this business, because quite frankly, I was just sick and tired of starting over, right? Because companies constantly come and go, do things that rob you of your freedom. Like he said, you can go hours telling stories about things that have happened. And I'm sure you've probably had it happen as well. And, I've been online for almost 12 years. So I have many, 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 many stories, horror stories I can share. But thankfully, breath of fresh air here. We have a Home Business Academy where the founders are doing everything by the book. They do everything with integrity. They do, they're servant leaders. They don't just say they're going to do something. They do it. They show up every day. They show up to do live coaching Monday through Friday. I mean, they just show up. It's what they do. And they've been doing it for years now. When I started, actually, the live coaching was only on Monday nights. And there was a funnel builder one they did once a month. But now they do. So when I started, and I started this a little over 3 years ago, that's when they started the live coaching that they do, the Monday through Friday coaching. Let's see here. Let me just show you. Right here, Daily TNC Traffic Conversions Mastermind, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern. And when I started, they were just basically doing Facebook messaging. They were connecting with people on Facebook, and they were making sales right there, right during the call. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. This is what people really need to see, because I've worked with so many people over the years, and a lot of people just don't know how to do that stuff. They don't know what to say. They're afraid of what to say. So I was just like, wow, this is amazing. Like, most people don't do this. They just kind of give you scripts and, you go off of that. And they did that for a full month. And now it's morphed into something completely different, where they are marketing in front of you. It could be YouTube videos. It can be writing emails. It could be obviously Facebook marketing, texting, calling leads. I mean, you name it, they do it. And these are 7-figure marketers that are, showing you exactly what they're doing to grow their business in real time. And you can ask questions live Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern. It's all recorded. You can ask questions live. You can bring your work. So like, if you've been working on something, you want them to look it over and give you feedback. So this is really a great program. If you've been Hopefully you haven't been burned too many times. I run into people quite often that have literally, like Mike Hobbs was saying, have quit the industry. They've quit the industry and gone back to a job because they were just let down. They were disappointed. And that's what Home Business Academy isn't. they're not about disappointing and taking your money and you know all the things these other companies do all too frequently. And when Mike Cobb said he's been in like I don't know how many companies, and he's seen like just this year so many companies come and go. I mean, I'm right there with him. Like I've seen so many come and go. I watch people constantly jump in these things that are not going to last. Like if you've been doing this for a while and you've had this happen a number of times, you see the red flags before they even appear, right? Like you kind of know. Um, and a lot of times, people are jumping in companies just because they want to make money, right? They perceive it to be easy. They perceive it to be, oh, I don't have to do anything to make money. It's new. It's ground floor. Everybody's going to want it, right? And I could tell you from experience, when it comes to like a pre-launch, for example, and these pop up like literally daily. Literally daily, there's a new pre-launch to some company. Um, Out of all the pre-launches I've participated in, I've participated in quite a few over the years. Only one went without problems. Only one. All the rest were just a nightmare. They're just websites going down, not getting paid, things not set up. I mean, it was just a nightmare. And that affects your reputation when you're bringing people in and they're frustrated because things that should be working are not working. But that's what a pre-launch comes with. So yeah, you can get ahead, I guess, quickly, but what good is it if it doesn't last? Like Mike Hobbs was saying, he's like, what good is a company if you can make residual income, but 3 years later that company doesn't exist? A lot of times, 6 months later, it doesn't exist, right? So that's why I'm here with Home Business Academy. That's why I'm sharing this with you because, quite frankly, I'm tired of seeing people getting hurt. I'm tired of getting hurt. And I really want to be able to offer something that I can be proud of, that I can believe in, and know that whomever I refer, if you decide to want to come on board with us, whomever I refer is going to be taken care of through the community, through the coaching. You're going to be taken care of if you want to be taken care of. The only way you're not is if you don't show up. And there are people that don't show up, which I always like scratch my head on that. Like I don't understand like why you join a company and you don't show up. Like it doesn't make sense. I mean, you might as well just give the person the money because you're not going to do anything with it, right? You just maybe just like throwing money down the drain. I don't know. But you don't show up. It doesn't make sense to me. You join a business and anyway, but all I know is if you plug in, those that plug in, and this goes for any business really, but those that plug in typically have the most success because they're closest to the fire. They know what's going on. They see the company vision. Whereas those that don't plug in, they don't get all that. They don't know what, because I know like when I've gone away a little bit for a little while, and then I come back and I go, wow, you know what? There's nothing like this online. There's nothing like it. And I challenge you to find something that is similar to this because I haven't seen it. Um, I mean, there could be. I don't know any company founders, owners that want to show up daily and do a live coaching session. I don't know any. I mean, this is like a passion project to the founders here. So if it's not a passion project, then the person's probably not going to show up. So they're all about helping you create freedom, helping your family create freedom, both through financial freedom and uplifting you as a person. So it's just the whole thing. Anyway, that's all I got. You want to know more, you want to learn more, you want to get started, go ahead and go to liveyourbeachlifetoday.com right on the screen there. It's going to take you to this page. Go ahead and enter your name and your email. I could change this later, but that's what the page is right now. It's going to take you to this page. You want to click the yes, I want in. Yes, I want in. Click on that button. Either one. It doesn't matter which one. Fill out the form. You want to come down here and get your HBA premium for 14 days. Click that box. Click that box. Oops, it's not what I wanted to do. Click that box and then just click the green order form and you will be good to go. Welcome to the team. Just so you know, if you decide you do not want to keep HBA Premium, this is where the live coaching is done. They're constantly adding more and more products to this product. They give you a 3-day, they message you 3 days ahead of time before your payment is due. And if you decide you don't want to keep it, no worries. You don't have to, you won't be charged. Most people do keep it though, just because when they plug in, they go to the coaching, they get so much value. It just makes sense. You get paid 80% commissions on all products. So you make 2 sales and you're in profit just like that. But even if you don't keep it, you're still going to get all of this on this side, all of the bonuses, the lifetime bonuses that you can read over on this page. You get all of that. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I know this one's going to be a little bit longer. I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. And I'll see you on the next one.